Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. All right, let's go ahead and get started by logging on to starfall.com. And I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. And once you are on Starfall, go ahead and make your way to our calendar. And then once you see that big play button appear in the center of the screen, go ahead and press play.
Yippee!
It's June 2020.
Let's make a calendar.
All right, and then once that green sparkly arrow appears in the bottom right corner, go ahead and press that arrow. And we'll do the days of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so
What day of the week is it today?
what day of the week is it today? And it is highlighted in gold up at the top for you. It is Monday.
Great job!
Today is Monday, June 1st, 2020. All right. And then once you have that clicked on, go ahead and press that green arrow in the bottom right corner. And now we can
Fill in the missing day and date.
fill in the missing day and date. So we just talked about how it's Monday. So let's go ahead and drag Monday over to that empty green rectangle up at the top.
Monday.
And today is the 1st of June. So go ahead and drag that 1 over to that empty green square underneath Monday.
First. Great job!
All right, and then once you get those filled in, go ahead and press that green arrow in the bottom right corner. And now we can
Mark any special days this month.
mark any special days this month. Okay, so we don't have too many actual official holidays this month. We actually only have, so not until the 20th. So Saturday, June 20th, 2020 will be the first day of summer, or summer solstice. And let's see if we can't find a little bit more about summer solstice. So, summer solstice is when one of the Earth's poles is at a maximum tilt toward the sun. So here's a little picture of how that kind of works. So we are in the northern hemisphere of our planet, and the equator, that invisible, really warm line that wraps around our Earth in the center, is actually what divides the northern and the southern hemisphere. So we are in the northern hemisphere, and therefore it's warmer or summertime in the northern hemisphere. So here, whereas other countries in the southern hemisphere, it's actually their winter time. So here's a little picture that kind of shows what it means. So summer solstice, again, is when one of the poles, so the Earth has two, the North Pole and then the South Pole, so the northern part and the southern part. So this northern part here, see how it's tilted toward the sun this way, whereas the other side is opposite. So we are in the northern hemisphere. So that means that the countries, which our country is included in that, are experiencing the warmer temperatures now because we are tilted closer to the sun. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what summer solstice is. And I figured that that picture would help us kind of see how that works because it's kind of a big concept and hard to wrap your mind around sometimes. Okay. So let's go ahead and mark summer solstice, or the first day of summer, with a smiley face. So we can go ahead and mark Saturday, June 20th, 2020. And then the next day, so the 21st, so Sunday, June 21st, 2020, will be Father's Day. And just like how we talked about Mother's Day, Father's Day is very similar, and it's where we as a nation, so the United States, we show our gratitude and appreciation for those father-like people in our lives. It doesn't necessarily have to be, your actual dad or anything like that. Father figures can come in different formats and be different people. That doesn't necessarily mean it's just your dad. So whoever is a father-like figure to you, you can show them some love and extra love and appreciation on Father's Day. So let's go ahead and add a smiley face to Sunday, June 21st, 2020, because that will be Father's Day. All right, and then we have 2 birthdays this month as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at our calendar. January, February, March, April, May. Now we're in June. And the first birthday that we have is on the 4th. So this Thursday, June 4th, 2020, will be Amy's birthday. So Amy no longer works with us in our classroom. She moved to a different classroom, but she was that really nice lady with the blonde hair and the glasses who probably helped a lot of you with your work, or went with you to PE or something like that. So let's go ahead and add a slice of birthday cake to Thursday, June 4th, 2020, because that will be Amy's birthday. And then we have a classmate's birthday on the 29th. So, Irvin has a birthday on Monday, June 29th. So, let's go ahead and add a slice of birthday cake to Monday, June 29th, 2020, because that will be Irvin's, I believe he's going to be 12 years old. So it will be Irvin's 12th birthday. So that's really exciting. Okay, so this really marks all the special days that we really are going to mark. Actually, you know what else we can mark? We can mark those of us, not all of us are going to be participating in summer school this summer, but some of us are. So let's go ahead and mark the days for summer school for those of you who are going to be participating in summer school. So we can add some stars to Monday, June 8th. Tuesday, June 9th, Wednesday, June 10th, Thursday, June 11th, Friday, June 12th, Monday, June 15th, Tuesday, June 16th, Wednesday, June 17th, Thursday, June 18th, Friday, June 19th, Monday, June 22nd, Tuesday, June 23rd, Wednesday, June 24th, Thursday, June 25th, and the very last day of summer school is Friday, June 26th. So summer school is 3 weeks long. And it is going to be in this distance learning format that we have been in, unfortunately. But hopefully that will still be a good time. So Those are the 3 weeks that summer school happens. So there we go. That at least fills up a little bit more of our calendar. So you can go ahead and mark whatever other special days you would like to mark. But these are all the special days that I'm going to mark this month. And then once you have those marked, go ahead and click that green arrow in the bottom right corner. And now we can
Choose a picture for your calendar.
choose a picture for your calendar. So, looks like we have 4 new pictures. We have what looks like the first one is for Father's Day. This and it's a dad figure patting, I'm assuming, his daughter on the head, and she made him a Happy Father's Day card. And then the next picture is a picture of just a beautiful summer scene. There's some trees, there's some green grass, there is a rainbow and some new flowers. And then that third picture looks like there's some kids swimming in a lake. And one of the kids looks like he is jumping into the lake. So that's a pretty cool picture. And then the fourth picture is, oh, this is cool. So remember how in May, we had that picture of the boy daydreaming about playing baseball in school? Well, now there's a picture, that fourth picture is that same little boy actually getting to play baseball now that it's summertime and school's out. So that's pretty cool. So I think I'm going to start by pressing the picture that is just that really pretty summer scene with the rainbow and the flowers. But you can pick whatever picture you like, but this is my picture for the day. And once you have that picture chosen, go ahead and press that green arrow in the bottom right corner one more time. And hooray, we finished calendar. Okay, so let's go ahead now and transition to weather. So we can type in Chico weather to Google. And then remember, we are just going to use this first bit of information here. So let's check out what our temperature is going to look like. So let's go ahead and make a blue rectangle around temperature right here. And we'll see your temperatures throughout the day. And then while we're there, let's go ahead and make that blue box around Monday down here. And I will draw it out for you. Okay, so we have our box, and then MON, which is short for Monday, the type of weather we're supposed to have today. So this is a picture we know very well. It's that picture of the sun partly covered by some clouds. Okay. And then I see 2 temperatures. I see 86 degrees and 63 degrees. So, if you have your blue box on Monday, imagine that's a blue box. And then we have MON, which is short for Monday. We have the type of weather we're supposed to have today. And then we have 2 temperatures, and one's going to be our highest expected temperature and the other will be our lowest expected temperature. So my question for you is, which one of these temperatures will be our highest expected temperature? 86 degrees or 63 degrees? Or which one is closer to 100? So if you said, that was an awful star. Hold on, there we go. All right. 86 degrees, you are correct. So let's see where that falls on our scale here. Okay, so we can find 86 really easily because we can just go to 85 and then add 1 because 85 plus 1 is 86. So we're just going to go up 1 and we're right here. So we are in the warm temperature range. So it will be warm today. And so if 86 degrees is our highest expected temperature, that means that 63 degrees is going to be our lowest expected temperature today. So let's see where that falls. And we can find 63 two ways. We can either find 60, which is already marked for us, and add 3, or go up 3, because 60 plus 3 is 63. Or we can find 65 and subtract 2, because 65 minus 2 is 63. So I'm going to go to 65 and subtract 2. So 1, 2. And here we are. So we are in that cool temperature range. So it will be cool tonight, most likely. Okay, so my next question for you is, what type of weather are we supposed to have if this is our weather picture for today? And I know this is super tricky. We've only had this type of weather for like all of the months that we've been in distance learning, but partly cloudy. That is the type of weather we're supposed to have today. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out what our chances of precipitation are today. So we can go ahead and make that blue rectangle around precipitation. So we just did temperature and now we're on precipitation, and you'll know you're there once you see our blue line. And what do we notice about our blue line? Yeah, so it's pretty much straight across, which usually means that we are not going to get any type of precipitation today, but weather can change at any moment. So that doesn't necessarily mean we won't. That just means that we probably won't. But let's go ahead and check up at the top here where it says precipitation, humidity, and wind. We're going to look at where it says precipitation and see what percentage is after the word precipitation. So let's see. Precipitation, precipitation, and then I see 0%. So our blue line was correct. We are not expected to get any type of precipitation today. But like I said, that doesn't necessarily mean anything because our weather's been kind of unpredictable lately. Okay, so let's go ahead now and check out what our wind is going to look like. So we can put a blue rectangle around wind right here. And you'll know you're there once you see those arrows with the different wind speeds. And then to find our average wind speed today, we're going to look up where we just looked at precipitation. So precipitation, humidity, and wind. And we're going to look at what speed is after the word wind. So W-I-N-D, that's how you spell wind, and then I see 7 mph, or our average wind speed will be 7 miles per hour. So that's a nice light breeze. So we won't feel it too much, but you might feel like a little bit of a wind wisp when the wind blows. So it's not going to blow you over and it's not going to feel super crazy, but it might feel a little nice since it'll be partly cloudy and not as hot today. Okay. And so now that we have looked at today, Monday's weather, let's check out tomorrow, Tuesday's weather. That way we can compare and contrast the two. So let's go ahead and make a blue box around Tuesday right here. And I will draw that out for you. So here's our blue box. We have TUE, which is short for Tuesday. Our weather picture, or what type of weather we're supposed to have. And it's just that big old sun. And then I see two temperatures. I see 97 degrees and 67 degrees. Okay, so if you have your blue box around Tuesday, imagine this is a blue box, TUE, which is short for Tuesday, the type of weather we're supposed to have, and then we're only going to look at our highest expected temperature tomorrow. So, which one of these will be our highest expected temperature? 97 degrees or 67 degrees? So, if you said 97 degrees, you were correct. Let's see where that falls on our scale. And we can find 97 somewhat easily. We're kind of losing. So here's 95. And so after 95, there are no more increments marked. So I'm going to do my best to go up about 2 spaces. So because 95 plus 2 is 97. So 96, 97. So about where the bottom of this little circle thing is where we are. So that is that hot temperature range. So it will be really hot tomorrow. And it'll be even hotter because what type of weather are we supposed to have tomorrow? If this is our weather picture. So yeah, it's just going to be sunny. So we won't even have any clouds really to break up that sunlight. So it will probably feel pretty darn hot tomorrow. So with that being said, make sure you wear some sunscreen tomorrow. Okay, so let's go ahead now and write our comparisons on the board as if we were in school. So today will be a high of 86 degrees and partly cloudy. And then tomorrow will be a high of 97 degrees and sunny. So today a high of 86 and partly cloudy. And then tomorrow a high of 97 and sunny. So that is our weather for today and tomorrow. All right, so I am going to go ahead and move on, but you can continue to look at whatever weather information you would like to look at. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to our social story part of our morning meeting now. And we are going to talk about raising our hand instead of calling out. And so I know it's kind of hard to think about this right now since we're all doing our schoolwork at home, but I want you to imagine if we were in the classroom and kind of how this would look inside the classroom. So here we go. Raising my hand instead of calling out. In my class, if you want to ask a question or share an idea, you are supposed to raise your hand first. When you raise your hand, You have to wait for the teacher to call on you before you speak. I love participating in class. I'm always full of ideas and questions, and I want to tell everyone what I'm thinking about. Everyone says it's wonderful that I have so many ideas, but I need to be more careful about raising my hand before I talk. It's hard to remember to raise my hand. Sometimes I feel so excited I just can't wait. Other times I really just forget. If I feel really excited to speak, I try to remember to tell myself people will listen better if I raise my hand first. Sometimes, before I even sit down for a lesson, I do some stretches and take a deep breath to help myself stay calm. If I feel like I'm really going to have trouble controlling myself, sometimes I even sit on my hands to remind myself not to call out. Other times, when I have a good idea, I jot it down on a piece of paper so I won't forget it while my hand is raised. When I raise my hand and my teacher calls on me, I know she is proud of me for following the rules. I get to say what I want to say, and nobody is annoyed with me. I feel proud when I do the right thing and have a chance to make myself heard. Okay, so this made some really good points. Like I said, try to imagine as if we were in school and say we were, say we're in the middle of science time with Tanika. Tanika usually does our science lessons, right? And I know all of us love participating in the lessons that she creates for that time period. And so I know when we're really excited, sometimes it can be really difficult to remember to raise our hand first. So it's important, as in this article said, to remind yourself that people will listen better if you do raise your hand first. Because it's less distracting, and sometimes you might end up, if you don't raise your hand and you just blurt out, you might end up actually interrupting someone else who's trying to talk or share an idea that actually did raise their hand, or maybe even the teacher when they're trying to talk. So, raising your hand, like it says in this story, is a way to show that you have something to say, and a teacher will call on you when it is the best time to be called on. So, I know that that could be frustrating, especially if you have something really exciting to say. But try to remember that people will be less annoyed if you wait and raise your hand. And I know sometimes we forget what we want to say. So this is what I do. It even says it in this story. It says that you, if you have a hard time remembering what you want to say, or you feel like you're going to forget it, write it down on a piece of paper so that it's still in front of you, so that when you are raising your hand and you finally are called on, because it might be a moment, you can look back down on that piece of paper and be able to see what exactly you wanted to say. That way you won't lose that thought, and you'll still be respectful because you raised your hand. And then some other strategies to help you remember to raise your hand, this article was saying, was you can sit on your hands if you really feel you need to. You don't have to do this, but that can maybe help you remember that when you do want to say something, you'll feel your hands being sit on, and you can remember that, oh, I should raise my hand, and then once I'm called on, I can say what I want to say. And let's see. I think that pretty much covered all the important points that this story made. But we, as teachers and classmates, I'm sure, love hearing what you have to say. So we love even more is when you wait your turn for an appropriate time. So raising your hand really helps with this, and knowing, because if you raise your hand and then you're called on, usually when you're called on, that's the appropriate time to be talking or saying whatever you need to say instead of just saying it out loud while someone else is talking. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and put this into Google Slides like I normally do. And I'll post this on our Google Classroom in case you want to look at it at another point. Because this really does have some great information, and I know that a lot of you really love participating in class. So raising your hand is a really important skill to have, especially if you love participating in class, because it's very respectful. Okay. Other than that, that is all I have for you today. But I hope that you all have a beautiful Monday. Be safe. If you're out in the sun, wear your sunscreen. Make sure to drink lots of water. But other than that, I hope to see as many of you as possible for our Zoom chat tomorrow at 11. Thursday will be our last Zoom chat of the school year, just because this is the last week of school, so we're going to finish out strong, right? And I would love, like I said, to see as many of you as possible because I miss you all so much. And so be on the lookout for that link to join us at 11 on, well, tomorrow, because tomorrow's Tuesday. So tomorrow, our Zoom chat is at 11, and I hope to see you all there. Have a beautiful Monday, and we will talk soon.